fucking focus today, bitch. Let's go.
Look it up.
Yes, Nazis did use carbon monoxide gas from car engines to
Not
murder
Nazis.
people.
This is in the Soviet Union.
And it included the use of sealed vans and trucks, some of which... Everybody at InfoWars is watching. They love this.
Yeah.
This is gonna be so fucking awesome.
Over there, I think.
I gotta say, having no moderators for conversations like this is real. This is where men are. You know, this is something only men can do. I think this is where Jake and I really connected at the beginning of
Yo,
this
we
whole
about to see what kind of man you are, dog.
You know, let's be respectful. Let's
I'll
let each other
dance
talk.
the shit out of you,
Let's have
dog.
this conversation that we don't spurg or scream over each other or get into these stupid internet things that need moderators. Let's be men and talk about things. Allow each other to speak and hopefully evolve and grow and change things.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that, you know, I was listening to this nonsense interview, and you said that the Nazis were getting VW.
In the beginning, yeah.
It's not true.
Okay, let's go, man.
Do you know who invented mobile gas chamber?
Tell me.
Isaiah Berg. And it was a Soviet Jew, and it was before World War II started. And he was gassing Christians in his car. Look it up.
Yes, Nazis did use carbon monoxide gas from car engines.
What's up, bro?
Not Nazis. This is in the Soviet Union.
And it included the use of sealed
You're the
vans
only
and
one in
trucks,
here, bro.
some of which may have used...
Hey, can you hear everything good?
Who invented the mobile gas chamber? Right there.
Looks like you're perfect. You're the only one in
You're
here.
saying Isaiah Berg.
Yeah. Prior.
Oh, thanks for the fucking love.
Okay, hold on. Where was the mobile
Hit
gas
the thumbs
chamber
up, the
used?
like,
It's
double tap screen.
1937.
Right, yeah, Russia. Prior to World War II.
Yeah, but it just says right here.
He's killing Christians.
We're talking about specifically about the Holocaust. I know you like to talk about this Jews killing Christians
because
and
that happened.
this whole what's it called? The
Bolshevik genocide.
The Bolshevik genocide. They also killed Jews too.
No, they didn't.
Thanks, bro.
They killed religious Jews.
No, they didn't.
They killed anybody that had anything that had to do with the Torah. There wasn't a lot of Jews over there, Dan.
Yeah, there was.
What's up,
What's
Molly?
the guy's name? You guys always
Fucking
talk
showing
about
love out here, bro.
Henrik Yagoda.
Yagoda, right? Such a common name, right?
He was in charge of the Gulag. All those guys changed their names.
What you doing, bro?
I mean, they were Jews.
You know, Yagoda's never been a Jewish name.
They changed their names.
To what? What was it before?
Non-Jew sounding names.
What was his name before?
Hold on, I'll get to that.
So this is about to become like a chat GPT debate where everybody's fact-checking everybody else. Which is kind of stupid, if you ask me.
I mean, not really if you want to get the facts. If you have the facts on your side, then it's not stupid. So, how many Jews
Hey, let's
killed
see.
by Bolsheviks? There's no evidence.
I'm gonna open my first pack right now.
Any systematic campaign
Got 10 people in here. Why not?
because they were Jewish. Shocking. There it is, right there.
What was it?
It's
Because
Destin
they were
Rivals.
fucking Jewish.
Did the bullshit.
The brand new chat GPT is Jewish-owned AI.
I hope I don't like this fucking camera. Oh, nothing. Not even fucking pay attention. Nice.
Well,
Nothing.
Here's the thing. Your chat
Pack one in, done. Welcome, everybody. Hit the like and subscribe.
Your chat GPT is going to feed you based on your inputs. So is mine. So my
Bro, I ain't
chat
hearing
GPT
shit,
says,
bro.
yes, the Bolsheviks and the Soviet
It's no big deal. I'm here to have fun.
persecuted religious Jews.
Like 20 packs. I'm gonna take my sweet ass time, bro, because this is gonna take a while.
Killed by the Bolsheviks in a sense
Motherfuckers
there's no
calling
evidence
out.
the Bolsheviks ever carried out a
is
systemic
awesome.
campaign to kill Jews because they were Jewish. It literally said that.
Yeah, I think originally they were, and there was a purge by Stalin, but I don't think it was 8 million. I think it was purged at some of the top
It's
officials.
fucking
Yo, shout out
bullshit.
Jake Shields for fucking hosting this. This is awesome.
8 million Jews in
I love
Russia.
Jake Shields.
Yeah, I haven't researched the
You
cost
know how
of
many Jews there were
There
in
was a lot of
Germany?
Jews in Russia.
You know how many Jews
Sure,
there were
sure,
in
sure,
2 million, I think, or something.
1939?
Now this debate's a 2-on-1. So if we're gonna go 2-on-1.
I'll sit out.
You can sit out, but you could talk. But let.
I'll chill for a second.
Are you saying that Jake lost so bad that he?
Ripped your head off and shit down your neck at any given time. He's
Hey,
like
you have a good night, bro.
Like the guy that doesn't have to beat it on his chest because he's such a fucking badass. But he's also like a super nice guy.
Hey, Amir, is the connection okay and everything, dude?
You know, like
Wait, typical Gentiles are nice?
Yeah, naturally
And
fucking nice.
Gentiles won't screw other Gentiles? You know?
Not historically.
Not
like
historically.
The fuck over.
So you don't think that like let's say that there was a world where Jews weren't a part of it. It was only, you think it would be some kumbaya moment, lions sleeping with lambs?
I think there would be issues, just a lot less.
It's so naive, Dan.
Why?
Because
Hey, Mom,
throughout
thanks for
this,
being here, bro. I love you,
Gentile
dog.
nations warred against each other even when there were no Jews present.
Yeah, but a lot of the wars were started by Jews.
Look at Stu Peters. He just rug pulled and stole all this money from
Yo, this
all the
motherfucker
other
just keeps
Gentiles.
lying.
Everybody was
I
like,
think that's still up for
that
debate.
shows you.
I love
Stu
Dan.
Peters
Smack the
is
shit out of
Things
you.
I don't know about.
Stu Peters is
Oh, that's because I
a
backed out.
very
That's what I was
clear
asking you. That's because I
example
backed out
that
and sent it to
not
y'all
all
to see if
Jews are
he
bad,
pops in here.
and not all
And all of
Gentiles
them in
are
here,
good.
the two.
I didn't say all Gentiles are good, and I didn't say all
Get some more
Jews are
likes in
bad.
here. Hey, I
just
appreciate
said
3
Jews
likes
are
so far. I appreciate you guys.
disproportionately causing problems.
You guys want to see me rip it open up another pack, bro? I want to see it.
Religion that it's okay to fuck over non-Jews. So when
See
you
if I
have
need
a
any hits
mentality
tonight.
that, like you're better than other people, you're gonna act like an asshole, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying every bad. I'm not saying every Christian is good. What I am saying is that Christians don't teach each other, hey, you can fuck over the Jews. It's okay. They're not Christian. Jews, on the other hand, teach that. So when you have a
I absolutely love this that they're fact checking everything. This is amazing.
It literally says.
You want to go to the Talmud with me? Bro, I would love to go to the Talmud with you.
Okay, because I have some fucking quotes. I can pull up a whole bunch.
You're going to pull up the meme that I did a
No, I'm not
3-hour
gonna pull up the
documentary
meme.
on.
No, I'm not going to pull up a meme. I'm going to pull up the exact translation.
Let's
Because
do
there
it.
was a meme, and then there was like
Hey,
I've
thanks
done
for the
this
hearts.
show so many times.
I appreciate it.
I'm switching to mediator.
But I can give you the exact.
I know, no.
I'm mediator. I'll try to do
Thanks for
that.
hanging out with me, guys. This is the first time I've ever doing shit like this. Actually, second time, but
Your
whatever.
own show to be
I looked
like,
at my text message and everyone's mad at me. Apparently I was being too nice.
really?
They're like, oh, you're...
This is
was
what I
trying to
don't
have a
understand,
conversation.
because
Let's
look,
try this.
if we don't talk to each other, we're gonna end up killing each other. The only way
Yeah.
we make peace,
Some people want that.
Yeah.
a
A lot of people want that.
We're gonna make peace
Yeah.
is by
That's
making
fucked up.
I should have gone a little harder on some of the things.
Well, here's one of them.
We're not gonna make peace
This
if
one
we
came
just want to fight each other till one of us dies.
Bro, I'm gonna
That's
make
just
peace if you
fucked.
keep lying. What are you talking about, dude? The lie count is right next to your fucking head right there,
By
dog.
contrast,
What's the quote? The exact line. Let me pull it up on Safari.
I'm going to read you the exact.
Give me the reference.
Jake's sitting right next to this motherfucker. You lucky you don't get slapped by Jake, dude. I love Jake.
By contrast, a Jewish male enters into relations with a Gentile woman. When he does so intentionally, she should be executed. She is executed because she caused it
I know which
to
one
be
you're talking
involved
about.
in an unseemly transgression, as is the law with regard to an animal. This applies regardless of whether the Gentile woman was a minor of 3 years of age or an adult, whether she was single or married, and it applies to if even the Jew was a minor of 9 years of age, she is executed. This punishment is explicitly mentioned in the Torah, as Numbers.
It sounds like you're reading off of a commentary. What is
a
it?
literal direct translation.
Yo, get him. Get him.
Intermarriage. No, this is. Okay, hold on.
It's a
This is
direct
a
quote. This is a direct
Hold
quote.
on.
This is
Can
not
I
like
see
an
it?
interpretation.
I'm gonna find the
This is
quote. Give
what
me a
it says.
second.
And so it's saying that if an adult fucks a 3-year-old, that you should kill the 3-year-old if it's a non-Jew because it.
No, you're missing. I know this exact one. You're missing an entire segment. The Talmud.
What do I need in there to tell me that
The
like,
Talmud is
you should
comprised.
kill the child because the child caused the Jew?
You gotta let me speak, or else you're just preaching.
Go ahead.
So, the Talmud is comprised of literally at least 20,000 authors. So I believe, and I'm
Bro,
gonna pull
lie.
this up. Let me get my glasses.
This shit is dinging.
I remember this one from a
Hey, if you guys want to see me rip a pack, let me know.
and I don't want to misquote.
Otherwise,
my
I'm
answer,
just
so I want
chilling.
to find the exact page because these are like arguments that are going on for like 5 pages of debate.
Let me the actual.
Give me the actual source reference, and then we can learn the whole page, not the line.
Okay.
Happy to do that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the part about Midian. That I'm not entirely. I don't want to misquote anything, but we will go through.
Okay.
So but you're talking about the Mishnah Torah. That's not the Talmud.
That's one.
The Mishnah Torah is the writings of the Rambam. That was 1,000 years ago. That's not Talmud.
That's part of the Talmud.
It's not. The Rambam was Rabbi Moshe Maimonides.
Yo, one fact.
He was a
One
famous
fact.
physician to the Sultan of Egypt, and he was so the Talmud is the Mishnah. These are the Tanaim. They span for about a period of 300 or so years. After them came the Amoraim, which is another 300 to 400 years, and then the Rishonim, the Tanaim, the Goan.
This is the Mishnah Torah. That's
Yeah.
what that
So
is.
he's a Rishon. He comes much later than the Talmud. This is not from the Talmud at all.
Open
Okay.
something,
I
we'll
mean,
do.
I think it's still egregious. But
The Rambam says a lot of things that are egregious. In
Twilight Masquerade is next.
fact, the Rambam says
I'm having fun watching this. This is
many,
fun.
like towards the end of the Rambam's life, all he did was write chuvas. What chuvas are is when they write something based on something that they said in the past, saying I was wrong, I didn't support this. So one thing that we learned from the Rambam is that
Oh, something in the back there.
he was writing chuvas all the way up
Green
until his death.
tail.
So we don't know
Just a
what the
regular
Rambam
CX, but I'll take it.
didn't get to write a tshuva for.
Not nothing.
We don't know what he felt.
I
There was a
Tap the
lot
screen,
of
excuse me,
chuvas
guys.
that
what the Rambam was, but there
That's
were
who you're
some
quoting.
soldiers that abducted a non-Jewish girl, they gang raped her over 3 days, and they killed her. And it was
God damn, what?
They washed her, cut her hair, raped her, and then killed her. And this is from an Israeli article.
So are we talking about a modern Israeli thing, or are we talking about the Rambam still?
No, modern Israeli. I'm giving you examples of how this is being carried out today.
So what you guys like to do is you guys like to cherry pick certain things and then weave them all together and say all the Jews are this.
Hey, you don't have to be here. You can go and do whatever you want on your phone. You don't have to be here, bro.
You know, religious book.
I
of
appreciate you
Acts,
showing
it's okay
up.
to fuck over a non-Jew. It's okay
Fucking
to steal
just
from a
you in
non-Jew.
here,
It's
dude.
okay
You're
to
good.
rape a non-Jew. And then you've got real-world examples of them doing that in Israel, and there's no consequence.
Pop in and say something every now and then.
That's evidence that that's part of your law, and the Talmud is the Jewish book of law. So
It's not actually.
that's what it says.
The Shulchan Aruch is the Jewish code of law.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I'm
why
talking
do
to
they
you.
listen
The
to
Talmud,
Fucking who
the
else?
Talmud are ancient arguments that took place from this thing called the Anshe Knesset Gedolah, when the Jews came back from
Bro, you are a boy.
the
What the
original
fuck?
Babylonian exile after 70 years.
Oh.
Ezra the Sofer, the book of Ezra.
thought you were a
from
boy
the
this whole
Bible,
time.
He's a Tana. He's also a Navi, the last of the prophets. These are the writings. These are the collected writings of all the prophets, all the ancient judges like Joshua.
Hey, I need another phone, bro, so I can
Moses.
fucking Facebook
And
Marketplace
they're
while I'm
all
doing this.
compiled
Ha!
inside-
I'm just going to read you what it
Well, if
says.
you bring up a
Google it.
topic,
I'm just going to read you what it
if
says.
you're gonna crash the debate and then bring up a topic, you gotta let me explain it.
Well, there's what you say, which you're going to go on a thing, and I'm telling you what it says when you just Google it. The Talmud is the central text of rabbinic Judaism. It's the primary source of Jewish religious law, Hakna, and theology. Okay, until the advent of modernity in nearly all Jewish communities, the Talmud was the centerpiece of Jewish cultural life and was the foundation. It includes teachings and opinions of thousands of rabbis on a variety of subjects, including blah, 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 blah. So it's saying that aside, it's like the second most important piece of rabbinic text.
So what happened with the Talmud? Basically, like I said,
Primary source
the
of
Mishnah, the Gemara, the Rishonim, the Achraim, they all carry down this tradition that goes into the Shulchan Aruch, which was written by Rabbi Yosef Karo in the 1400s. And the Shulchan Aruch is the unified book of all law. For
Welcome, guys.
Ashkenazim,
Welcome, welcome.
Sephardim, every Jew on earth. The code of law is called the Shulchan Aruch, and law is halacha. So the Talmud is where it all stems from. It's arguments of 20,000 people. Many people that, like the people who quote Talmud quotes, they were wrong in the argument. They lost the debate.
Last 2,000 years to take it out. Why would it still be in there?
We don't take them out. They were part of the conversation that created the law.
But that is the law then.
You know the difference between the Jews and the ancient Egyptians, besides the fact that we're still here and they're not? If you go to any Egyptian monument, they'll say, this pharaoh was so great. He did everything right. He was righteous and wonderful. You go to the next obelisk, same thing. It never says
Or your little
they
eye
fucked
count is
up,
crazy high up
they ran the
there.
nation into the ground. You open the book of Kings. You open the book of Judges. They're fucking up all the time. We are writing our sins. We are airing them out. We are saying, yes, we sinned. We did things that were not okay in the eyes of Hashem in the ancient world. We were sent into exile because of that.
Okay.
We don't cover up our mistakes.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about covering up mistakes. I'm saying, like,
Who's this guy? We got another now?
We're going 4-on-1. We brought you.
A 3-on?
We brought you.
Is this another Fuentes thing I gotta deal with?
It's another Fuentes
Who's
thing.
I'm staying out of
Bruh,
it.
where's
I'm
Fuentes?
moderating, 'cause it's not fair to go 2-on-1. So this works for me.
Oh, okay.
No one else is joining.
He's in house. He's not joining. Okay, good. Did you? That was like the worst. It's always hard when you bring in new people, and it's like, I remember when we were doing that debate, and I didn't even know Zerka was coming in.
Bro, your ride kind of wild.
Kind of aggressive, huh? You'd be kind of aggressive.
And he just came into Zig Heil and tried to trip me up because they were losing and they didn't want. And then Gavin with his rage quit. So it's always hard when you bring new people
like
into it.
Islam better than Christianity.
It was a 15-minute conversation about the Catholic crimes against the Jewish people. 67 popes directly made edicts to kill Jews.
You're 14
And
people.
I
All
was
right, that's
talking
right. It's
about
coming up. See if I can get a hit.
Because they don't.
I'll take it.
The truth is that the Torah and Catholicism
Code for you.
have Catholicism likes to preach that it's a replacement theology. And
Come on, give me something. Get right back to the synergy. Fucking
or
nothing.
some popes have felt that if
About right.
Judaism is allowed to flourish, people will question
Sounds about
Jesus
right.
in a lot of different ways.
I'll take my time running out of packs.
So anyways, in the debate,
I wanna watch
we
this
were
shit. It's fucking
talking
awesome.
about different artifacts. And it is an episode on my show with
Hey,
Dr.
thanks for the
Benjamin
love.
Black, who was very close to
Hit
John.
that like and subscribe, guys. I fucking
And
love you guys.
he,
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
actually
Just hanging out, having a good time. Who cares? Why not?
started to see actual
Some
artifacts
crazy
from the
people
Rambam,
on here.
actually. Certain pages
I could
of
do
the
that. I could be
Rambam
crazy.
that were missing because they stole them, and we don't have his answer. So, like, you're quoting Mishnah Torah. There's a lot of the Rambam that the Vatican has that Jews aren't allowed to see. So a lot of the discussions in the Rambam are unresolved because of that. So he was actually afforded the opportunity to see in the catacombs. And we're talking about like artifacts and whatnot, and that's what when that's when it came. Well, that's when it came up. He's like, would you rather? Because we were talking, and I said specifically, I said I see a very big difference between Christians and Catholics. First of all, Protestantism went through so much conflict just to be independent and have their own form of Jesus.
I mean, look, we can talk about the
That's
old shit.
Lutheran. That's not.
Sure.
We can talk about the old
You're
shit.
the one bringing up the old
I'm
shit.
giving you real-world examples of where this stuff is being.
You've given me an example of a poor rape victim.
Okay, I'll
May
give
they
you
be?
another one. How about the IDF TAPS chief rabbi who once seemed to permit wartime rape?
Who? Never heard. Why do you hear this, but I don't
I mean,
ever
this
hear
isn't
it?
a time.
Because you don't listen to it.
I'm not bringing up like obscure shit.
I don't want to make it too much.
Pick and choose what the fuck you want to hear, dog. That's the problem.
These are just memes. Do you have the actual
That's
article?
a meme. That's a fucking
I don't give
article.
a
that's
fuck about the
that's
truth.
our picture. No.
The lie count is up to 13, bro. Keep it up.
Can I see the article?
Well, this is, yeah.
You mean all your memes are attached in a picture file?
No,
Damn!
No.
You can't crash a debate.
Hey, welcome, guys. Hit that like and subscribe, guys. Just
Talmud
hanging out. Get
shit.
some watch hours out
List
here,
of
dude.
Talmud
Watch
quotes
with me.
real-world
Let's learn.
implementation of
Oh,
that
so
Talmud.
they made like
Did you
they
see the
made
guy
it
that said they kill
as
babies as a hobby, then he rolled it back? It was a government. It was a government official in Israel. Here,
That's
I'll look it up. I
ridiculous.
don't know his name.
That's so forbidden in Judaism.
But someone did say a government official.
What's
It
forbidden?
was forbidden. What the
To
fuck?
harm children.
That's not true at all.
Yo, what the fuck?
You guys
Why would I
suck the
play-
penises of babies and give them herpes.
Let's
What the
talk
fuck
about
are you
the
talking
feet.
What the- wait, what did he say?
Do you know what it is?
He said what?
Yeah, do you know the name?
You're sucking on the penis of a baby.
First of all,
Fucking
that's
what?
not widely practiced in Judaism.
I mean, the fact that it's
I
not
have
small,
a
it's
bris
kind of
milah.
weird.
I have a bris milah. I wasn't.
Yeah, there you go. There's the article. You want the non-picture version? There it is.
I never had mafitz b'peh. Nobody I know had mafitz
Okay, but
b'peh.
that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen.
I've been to thousands.
I don't know what the
of
fuck that is.
circumcisions.
Okay.
I've never seen mafitz
But
b'peh.
why does it happen? Why is it allowed
It's like
to
an
happen?
old
Why
world custom. It's like an Amish thing.
Okay,
Like,
the
do you?
Amish don't suck the dicks of children.
What I'm
Oh,
saying.
yo, what the fuck? You said suck the dicks of kids? What?
It's like there is a word.
Welcome in if y'all new. This is fucking awesome. What the fuck are these crazy people talking about?
I think it's strange that like such a like a minor thing that's not widely
Minor thing, bro, what the
accepted. In fact,
fuck?
most
It's not that
it's a
minor.
very
Yo, it's not that minor. I beg to differ.
You're missing my point.
Maybe
You're-
that was
you're
herpes and
missing my
visual
point.
circumcision by Orthodox Jews. That's
That's not
crazy.
condemned by your religion is crazy.
I condemn it.
Okay, but you're one guy.
Many rabbis condemn it also.
I haven't heard it. I mean, but
Yeah, because you don't look for it. You look for where you can blame Jews, not where you're.
I
You
look
don't
at
fact check
problems,
yourself.
And they happen to be caused by Jews almost every time. I didn't just like wake
I
up
wanna
and
ask you a
say,
question.
hey, it's the Jews.
You said something once, not to change the subject, but maybe it's a good thing.
You're about to change the subject.
You said you would rather eat cow dung than kiss the Western Wall.
Yes.
You would really eat cow dung?
Then pledge allegiance to that fucking.
Not to
genocide?
pledge,
What
not to
the
pledge
fuck?
allegiance to the state. The wall has nothing to do with the state.
That I would not.
The
use
wall is
that.
God's.
That wall to me represents fucking genocide. It represents.
I would
apartheid,
Get him, Dan. Get him, Dan.
Supremacy. It represents all sorts of things.
If
that
it
I'm
represents
adamantly
apartheid,
fighting
why are the Jews the ones not allowed on the Temple Mount?
against. I don't know your religious
The
practice.
Jews are the ones who are apartheided.
No, they're not. It's total bullshit. They've done.
What the
This is the
fuck?
first time in history that Jews are allowed to go to selected Arab countries, Dubai.
That has nothing to do with what's
Bro,
going
keep
on.
lying. What the
Apartheid.
fuck? You racking them up?
That would mean that a Jewish Supreme Court justice wouldn't be allowed to be an Arab. But Israel has a Supreme Court justice as an Arab. That wouldn't be allowed in apartheid. You're misappropriating the term. It is true.
I'm not misappropriating.
Arabs serve in the Knesset. Arabs are in the government. Arabs are in the police force.
Okay.
Arabs are in the military.
Cool, it's their country. They did a fucking.
Nice.
It's Israel. Yeah, they're Israeli citizens.
They
If
did
there
a
was
study,
apartheid,
and more
they
Israelis
wouldn't have
live in- that are, you're operating in apartheid than otherwise. More than half.
That's retarded.
Well, tell your fucking citizens, because that's what they said. They believe that
Citizens.
you're operating in
Citizens.
Yo,
Are
he
you
said that's
listening right
retarded.
now?
Motherfucker, you're
In the
retarded.
Temple Mount,
You know-
that was a terrorist came in and he killed it like.
No, that's
50 years
Barak
ago.
Goldstein, and he did that to prevent a massacre actually. And I know the family.
Killed terrorism to prevent a massacre.
They were plotting.
Yo, yeah, no, you're crazy. This
No,
dude's
no,
wild.
They were in the mosque, stockpiling weapons. They were about to. Yeah, I know the family. I know his daughter.
That was a complete terrorist act. He came in.
You're talking about Barak Goldstein from like
The guy
50
the
years
guy
ago?
that came in and just
40 years ago?
shot up.
In Hebron.
I believe that's it when I look it up. That was.
Yeah, they were like about ready to massacre the people of Hebron. I'm not that.
Bro, you're wild, man. You fucking throwing out some wild accusations out there. What the fuck?
You can't just suggest.
I'll look up
Let me ask you a question, Jake. Why are you guys so obsessed with just Israel?
Because we're fucking funding a genocide.
What about other
right
countries?
now.
Yeah, because
What
we're
other
funding this shit.
What other countries committing a genocide?
First
we're
of all,
giving fucking
using-
trillions of dollars to?
Trillions?
Yeah, trillions.
Come on, Jake. I mean, Jake.
Trillions. Fact.
Trillions?
Fact.
Not fight the fucking Iraq war for you guys? Did Netanyahu not come to Congress and testify that there's weapons of mass destruction? Have you guys not
Fact.
listened to every
Do you actually know who gave
Fact.
the
Slap this motherfucker with facts.
Americans that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction?
I know Netanyahu testified in front of Congress.
It
and
was
said that-
Germany.
And they said that it would be way
It
better
was
off.
Germany. And do you know who actually built Saddam Hussein's weapons of mass
He
destruction
didn't
program?
have any.
He did actually.
He didn't have
He was
weapons
caught
of
with
mass destruction.
massive amounts of weapons of mass destruction. He didn't have nuclear missiles.
Okay.
He had a plutonium reactor that was destroyed by
What
Israel.
about Dimona? What about the fucking?
Oh, it's a
program
lie.
that you guys
Now
did?
you're pivoting.
I love this fact checking calendar here. This is
No
fucking
weapons of
awesome.
mass destruction. You're talking about a nuclear
This
reactor.
book that I gave Jake is an amazing book. You should also read it. I've got at least two books.
Iraq.
These will, if you want to be a Nazi, these will improve your Nazi game. You gotta
What
know.
the fuck? This dude is so disrespectful. How you gonna call him a Nazi? That's fucking
Let
wild.
me answer your question.
In front of Congress.
I was in the middle of answering your question.
There was not.
Alan Dulles, very well documented in this book, negotiated, along with Germany,
Yo, how dare you
the
call him a Nazi? What the
dissolution
fuck
of
is
the
wrong
German
with you?
state, and the German NSDAP moved itself into other countries. Egypt, Nasser's Egypt was entirely NSDAP.
What does this have to do with it?
I'm answering your question. We're talking about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. They came from Germany.
Weapons of mass destruction. There was no weapons of mass destruction in
Yes,
Iraq.
yes,
No, there
were.
wasn't. What the fuck?
Yes, there were.
No, everyone knows.
There was
about that.
mass
No, there wasn't.
gas
Oh, fuck.
and
This
chemical
dude's wild.
weapons. Was there chemical?
Yeah, Hitler speech.
Is this 'cause I-
Animal publishing? from my sponsors.
I don't know why the fuck is he debating this shit when he knows he's
Hey
lying.
guys,
What up, Jake?
here.
I love you,
As
Jake.
you know, I have a free speech podcast. To keep that going, it's important
There
to have
you do your
sponsors to
best.
support them. If you want to support them and me, go to antelopehillpublishing.com and be sure to use the promo code FIGHTBACK. They have tons of different books that are hard to get. Today I recommend
Hey, use that
Opium
promo
and
code.
Acids. It's a full journalistic investigation into the opiate crisis in America. So again, support the podcast,
I love you, brother.
antelopehillpublishing.com and the promo code FIGHTBACK.
Jake Shields built his name in the cage. Now he's taking the fight to the narrative. The Fight Back podcast doesn't hold back. No filters, no corporate strings.
Goddamn right.
If you're tired of the same recycled lies, support real independence. Visit fightbackpodcast.com. Pick up something from the shop. Because truth needs muscle.
I will pick up something from that shop. She was dope looking. I'll fuck with you all day, Jake.
Okay.
Learn about Adolf.
Was there
There's some chemical weapons, but no nukes.
there was no nukes, but a weapon of mass destruction includes chemical weapons.
Okay, no, Iraq did not possess weapons of mass destruction. WMDs at the time, the U.S. led the invasion in fucking 2003. Like, what the fuck?
Boom.
Why are you just like...
Okay, your ChatGPT said that. My
Sure about using
ChatGPT
lies.
said yes, Iraq had chemical weapons and used them extensively, particularly under Saddam
mass
Hussein's.
destruction.
Do you know about
Not
the
chemical
Halajba?
weapons, you
Do you know
dipshit.
what the Halajba was?
The fuck are you talking about? Weapons of mass destruction.
I'm telling
You're
you.
talking about chemical
I'm
weapons.
telling
No,
you.
no, weapons of mass destruction.
I'm telling
put
you.
it right in.
The
and
You're
Halajba
telling him lies.
was
I'm
when
telling
Saddam
you, I'm telling
Hussein
you lies, motherfucker.
brought in Palestinians and gassed the Kurds with weapons of mass destruction in order to take.
That's
Probably supplied by us.
That's a weapon of mass
Oh,
destruction.
fucking, that's wild.
not according to fucking ChatGPT.
Confirmed use 1980 to 1988. Mustard gas, nerve agents,
Where did you get
sarin, taboon, used against Iran. Thousands were killed, severely injured.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
Halajba
those
massacre.
fire weapons back
Saddam
then.
used chemical weapons on the Kurdish city of Halajba in order aftermath discovery. UN weapons inspections later documented and destroyed large stockpiles of Iraqi chemical weapons. Iraq admitted to producing 3,859 tons of chemical weapon agents before the Gulf War.
I think it's different though between having gas and nuclear weapons.
So my shit froze for a second. Huh.
He did have a plutonium reactor.
Yeah, but he didn't have. He wasn't making a nuke.
He was making a plutonium bomb, and Israel blew it up.
He didn't have.
I think that's bullshit.
That's
Why
bullshit.
is it- why is
Horse
it-
shit, lies.
in the first place?
They stole it from America.
Bro, I don't care, and I love the fact that we do.
Okay, but you guys are like going fucking nuts about Iran having them, and you guys illegally acquired
You
them.
should too, because we have them, or supposedly have them.
You guys acquired
And if
them
Iran
from
has
the
them-
United States.
Do you know that Iran's target isn't even really Israel?
Oh, here we go.
What
They
the
don't give a
fuck?
shit about America.
Go for it.
It's-
They don't like us because
Go for it.
It's Saudi Arabia.
Iran is a fucking big threat to America.
It's Saudi Arabia, Dan.
Why would they want to kill Saudi Arabia?
Because you don't understand Islam. In Islam, the Sunni and the Shia have been at war with each other since the beginning of Islam.
Yeah.
If Iran destroyed Israel overnight and wiped it out, they're not done. They're not complete. Their game isn't over. Their story isn't finished. Their story finishes when their 12th Imam comes and takes the Mecca and walks all the way to Saudi Arabia and conquers Saudi Arabia. Why do you think Saudi Arabia is entering into the Abraham Accords? And why did Qatar
That's
leave
why ISIS.
Iran?
That's why ISIS.
Why
that's
did
ISIS helped
Qatar leave Iran, give 1.2 million to trillion to Trump, and meet with Ronald Lauder, the chairman of the World Zionist Congress, on television? The emir of Qatar met with Ron Lauder. Sold out? That's what you think it is. So what does that mean, sold out? Like he had to be committed to Iran going to war against Saudi Arabia?
Supremacy.
He sided with Saudi Arabia.
Okay, who's siding with the fucking
with America and the money.
You want to know something?
That's
There's an
wild. 28
expression.
lives already, and motherfucking Dan out here with zero.
The enemy of my
Slapping them
enemy is
with
my
facts.
friend. And when it comes to Iran, there is
I don't know who's in here, but thanks for hanging
there
out.
is no greater conflict in the world of hatred than the Shia versus the Sunni. They will kill each other till the end of time.
So why are they not doing it?
They are doing it constantly. Constantly. Everywhere on TV you could see it. They even fight each other in the streets of England.
Last time Iran and Saudi went to fucking battle?
Iraq, because they battled Iraq. They bordered each other. Saddam Hussein.
Proxy
It's
wars.
been like 20,
Yeah,
25
and
years
then,
now.
and no, not 25 years ago. And then afterwards, I was actually very involved in this, the Battle of Kirkuk, when the Iranians took Kirkuk from Iraq after we pulled out of Iraq.
Okay, well, what's that got to do with America?
These are very important strategic things.
I don't care. Like, if
Look at
Saudi
Yemen.
and Iran blow each other up, I really
Look
don't
at
give a
Yemen.
shit.
Oh man, Dan, you're a breath of
Yemen
fresh air,
is
bro.
a very strategic
I don't give a
point
fuck
for
about
the
those
United
countries.
States.
America, man,
Why?
we got our own fucking problems.
Without the
Israel.
Suez Canal, Europe is done. Europe, everything is going to be 8 times more expensive
The
in
only
Europe.
reason they were blockading us though was because of our support for Israel.
Do you want, remember when the Muslim Brotherhood took over Egypt? Would you want the Muslim Brotherhood to control all imports into Europe?
I would much rather them than Israel.
Well, if Israel is about to build the Ben Gurion Canal, which is twice as big as the Suez Canal, and that's one of the most important things that's happening in the Middle East for all of Europe. When J.D. Vance launched the campaign in Yemen and said, why do we have to bail out Europe? He was talking about the canal. Because Egypt has all sorts of leverage that they use on Europe all the time. Sometimes in the canal, they'll be like non-hostile things. Because they don't want to
Hey,
open
welcome in, guys.
hostility.
Hang out.
So maybe a tanker will get stuck in the canal.
Well, let's
The Suez
learn.
Canal is a one-lane canal. There's a lot of.
Yeah, the Houthis are
Traffic.
controlling it, and that's kind of the issue.
Do you know how important that Suez
Still fucking
Canal
lying
is
out
to
his
America?
ass.
I'm sure it's
Vastly.
fucking important,
Massively important.
obviously. Otherwise,
These Houthis are not our friends. Forget about Israel for now, Dan. Let's just talk as Americans. Let's talk about making sure you're a businessman.
No,
That
you're not
you,
American.
as a businessman, can import your goods from wherever you want, and they're going to get to their
greatest threat to
destination.
that is Israel. Because the Houthis are fucking pissed at Israel.
The Houthis are employed by Iran.
And they're pissed at Israel.
They're hired hands. They're mercenary soldiers.
Oh, you still here?
When
Go
they
for it,
go to
dude.
war and they shoot missiles into Israel, they don't shoot barrages. They shoot one at
Thanks
a
for hanging
time.
out.
And they've been decimated. It's not even a war. It's so. I even feel bad for them that they have to fight on behalf of Iran like this. Hezbollah was
But
taken out.
What's the point?
The point is that Iran wants to control all trade into Europe. Iran is the #1 financier of the Islamification of Europe.
Iran's not trying to stop our
Do you
trade.
think that the
I should
Muslim-
be more worried about Iran than Israel.
For sure. Do you think that the Islamification in
Zero
Europe
proof.
is a bad thing?
Well, I think the open borders is perpetuated by this fucking Jewish nonsense that they want to.
Right. Everything's to blame by the Jew.
Let's
Whites
see,
have no faculty.
Is it
Whites
happening-
can never
is it
fuck
happening
up.
in fucking Japan? Is it happening in fucking China? No, it's happening in the places that
They
fucking Jews are
forbade
in control.
Muslims. Actually, I just read this story recently that they've interned the Muslims in China and turned the mosques into places where they serve alcohol and throw parties for Chinese citizens. They've treated Muslims very differently than the West.
I find it very interesting that all the places that have it illegal to deny the Holocaust all have open borders.
Dan, did
Tuh.
the Jews?
That's wild.
Do you know how many millions of people are in Europe? They,
Yeah, it's like 450 million or 500
no,
million.
migrants.
No, they've opened the borders, but
They
that's, yeah, who's
they
opening
walked
the
there.
borders?
They walked
Yeah,
there.
and these are poor people.
Do you
They're
think
opening
that
the fucking
Israel
borders.
opened Turkey's borders to Europe?
No.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
They probably helped bomb Libya.
How did the Jews flood Europe with all the illegals or all the Muslim migrants that are destroying Europe? When I grew up, I'm in my 40s. I don't know how old
Do you know how many fucking Jews said, we need to, make this a melting pot, we need to destroy the white race, we need
Who
to,
said that?
I mean, I could give you a fucking
You wanna
list.
pull up a meme again?
Thousands and thousands of fucking Jews that have said it's always a
Well,
fucking
here's
Jew the
article
same.
one.
Always a fucking Jew the same.
You
I hate white people.
when you say
Full-on
stuff
Jewish.
when you say stuff like that, you make white people sound like they're incapable beings with no faculty.
No,
They can't
we're
mess up.
We're being controlled because of
I go on the TV and I watch the Europeans
fucking
and I
Jon
see these
Stewart? I wasn't paying
German
attention.
women.
That's why.
And it all started with Syria, by the way. There wasn't a mass migration crisis until Syria happened. You know that, right?
We had a fucking issue when they opened
There was
the
migrants.
southern border.
Israel wanted to overthrow Syria, though. That war was
Now
by
it's
America.
now we're in the greatest
Netanyahu
period.
talked about all the different countries that he wanted to talk
Syria,
about.
so
If
long.
we get rid of Saddam, it's going to be great. If we get rid of Gaddafi, it's going to be great. All these
None of it's been
countries
great
are
yet.
fucking absolute shitholes now. You can buy a
Yeah, but
slave
you-
in Libya
Yeah.
for $300 fucking dollars.
Bro, fact.
So like this whole Netanyahu, we have to topple this regime. We have to topple this regime. We'll
Fact.
add stability to the region. It's all fucking
Yes, it's endless
bullshit.
wars.
It's all
You have to
bullshit.
understand, Israel has been at war with Iraq from the beginning of Israel. So of course Israel's going to come out and say, hey, we should go to war with this country.
They fight their own fucking
But
wars.
you like
Yeah, my
literally,
issue is
you
them
literally
lying to us
take
that
you
drag
literally
us
take
over
all
there.
the faculty away from the Bush family. Desert Storm happened in
Let me ask you this. Do
1990.
you think 9/11 was a controlled demolition? Or do you think that
Yeah,
they
it was
just-
definitely a controlled demolition.
Yeah, okay, so who do you think did that?
The Bushes and the
Who
CIA.
do you think
The
benefits
Bushes.
from that?
Huh?
Major
You
Deep
don't
State.
think that Israel benefits from that? What about all these?
No, I don't
Israeli
think that's
hostages that were
I
in
don't.
there?
I don't believe that these 5 dancing Israelis
No.
is a bar high enough as
No,
evidence.
I'm not
they-
about
they
that.
were
All the
evidence. It
fucking
goes way
white
beyond that,
students that
though.
were in there planning fucking explosives, the fucking when
Yeah.
they lit up the side of the things that E-team on it.
I know
and
the
all
guy.
these-
What's his name? The guy who owned the building. That was really
Lucky
sketchy.
Larry,
Oh, you
he
think?
was good friends with Benjamin Netanyahu. He went out, he went and got a lease right
Forget
before.
about making. Forget about making a
He made
line.
4.5. He made 4.5
I
billion
know.
on that.
Listen, he should. That. I mean, is he still alive? I mean, he's
Yeah,
like
I
in
think
his
so.
90s if he's still alive.
So that- what about all the betting
Any
against-
correlation to fucking Israel there?
Not to Israel.
There was also major
To Larry,
betting against
yeah.
the stock market that day.
So Larry,
Jews can
Larry
do
benefited
wrong,
from
Dan.
that.
Jews can
But
do
Larry
damage.
was a Jew and he
It
was a good
doesn't
friend.
mean that they're acting on behalf of the Jews. George Soros is not king of the Jews.
But it seems like
Okay,
the
but
government,
they're
because
working
Netanyahu was
together.
friends with that guy, there was the dancing Israelis, there was urban movers, which that's who they worked for. That guy fled to the country
There was-
right
there
And
after.
let me
was
tell you
Mossad
something.
agents. They called
Nobody
them
is
Mossad
best
agents.
friends with Bibi Netanyahu. You know,
friend.
Bibi Netanyahu has one
That's
best friend.
fake.
Yair Netanyahu. His
Yeah.
son.
Yeah,
I know, it's really
Get the
like.
fuck out of here.
There's
Lying ass
definitely a
motherfucker.
lot of connections between 9/11. There's the urban movers, you know, their vans were spotted by Logan Airport and where all the things went down.
So
The
like,
Zim shifting
when the thing
moves.
is when, like, you have to look at Israel. Israel has no allies in the world except the United States. Why would Israel?
Fucking why, bro?
Well, big catastrophe, and I'm Israeli, and I hope that now people understand what we have to deal with, the kind of people that we're dealing with, so they've made a big face. It's just a catastrophe.
I think
What?
the CIA was in
Oh,
there.
what the
What do they
fuck?
get from it?
It's Liberty.
What do they get?
Levant affair.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll
They
get to that.
benefit every
One
time they do
subject at a
false
time.
flag attack. You should. Why would they
I
do
think
it?
What?
I think
What?
the
How did they
CIA
benefit?
Bush is
Well,
straight
let's
out
go
with
through
them.
it. Let's go through it.
Why do you-
Levant affair. That was their first false flag attack. They truly got caught.
Well, no. Let's talk about 9/11 instead of bouncing around.
Well, I just want to go in chronological order.
Listen, it's hard in a good faith state to within a minute have to talk about the Holocaust.
I think there's a lot in
in a
9/11. No,
minute.
there's a lot in
You gotta give me
9/11.
time. I mean, I can
You
stay
said-
here all
you said
day.
When did they do it? And I'm trying to give you.
I don't know why the fuck they
chronological,
censor all this shit, but
you know,
I'm glad they're
order.
censoring, so I don't
When
have to do it later.
They attacked their own fucking citizens when they
Dude,
attacked
you and
US
9/11.
when they attacked their allies to try and get benefit. And I'm going to give
The
you
the hijackers were in the same town as Israeli
Wait,
spies.
what are we talking about?
Hey, hit that
What's-
like button if
what's
you're in here
9/11?
and you haven't
Or
yet.
is this
I
the-
appreciate it.
We started the Levant affair. That was the first false
I
flag
guess we'll go
attack.
backwards.
What is worse? Okay, let's go. Levant affair.
Yeah,
Go for
they're
it.
killing their allies. Try and blame.
I don't know
the
much about the
Brotherhood.
Levant.
They bombed America and British and they tried blaming it on the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah,
So they were
wanted
trying, it was a
to
false
drag us
flag
in.
attack. It was in 54, 56 or something.
1956.
It was a long time ago, yes. They,
6 years after Israel.
they
1954.
tried killing President Truman before that. The Stern game tried assassinating him with letter bombs. So they
Why?
tried killing a president there.
Why?
They did a false flag attack on America and Britain.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I want to, since we're
Facts.
let's use USS Liberty as like the anchor of this subject, as opposed to Levant or any of these things.
There's lots of them.
USS Liberty is 1967,
Mhm.
right? 1967 war was an absolute miracle of survival. Yeah, I know people who were in the war, actually. Every single person in Tel Aviv dug graves before they went to battle. Tel Aviv, when they came back, there was empty graves everywhere. We didn't
You're
think
not
we
gonna
were.
get me to feel
Let
bad
me-
if you're
they did
I'm not
They
asking you to
massacres there, too.
feel bad. I'm asking you to listen to me. I came here I traveled far to be here with Jake. I don't want to like be talked over. I want to at least to be able to respond to you. Israel immediately
I don't think
came
he was being
clean,
talked over at all.
first of all. Before
Well,
the
very
U.S. said,
respectful.
hey, there was an attack, Israel said, hey, we accidentally did this attack.
That's not coming.
They
Yo, you
apologized.
accidentally bombed the shit out of you.
Dan, let me speak.
And no, that was
Dan,
a
I
lie,
wanna
because I
have
know
that
about it
moderator.
when it's
You're
talking
not strong
about.
enough to
No,
not
they
have
knew
a
exactly what was
moderator.
American
You
shit,
can't
wearing,
be
waving the
so
American
big
flag.
that you need a moderator.
Let me just say something. Here's the thing. If you say 15 different things and then we have to go back
You're the one
and
saying
dissect.
I can't even get
No,
a word in.
but
I feel like I'm debating David Duke again. Jeez.
Okay, let's.
They don't do
Okay,
that.
remember,
Fuck you.
let's just talk about each piece.
I'm gonna watch that one,
So you're
react to
saying
that
that
one,
they
that
took
shit sounds fun.
ownership of it, and I'm saying they didn't. So let's discuss that, because that's the first point of contention. Let's sort that out, and then we'll move on, because I think that's a big deal. Them saying that it was an accident is just total fucking bullshit.
Hey, can I get back?
For
Can
an
I
hour and a
finish?
half.
Can I finish, please?
Well, let's talk about that one point, because I think that's very important. Like, you're gonna gloss over that and say, like, they took
Dan, my
accountability saying
point
it's an
has
accident.
probably like 20 sentences in it.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
I
I'm not
can't-
gonna remember all 20 sentences, so let's focus on the crux of this issue, which is you're saying they're taking accountability
Okay.
by saying it was an accident, and I think that's.
I heard you.
Yeah,
I heard what you're
that's
saying, and now I'm going to respond. Okay? So in the 1967 war, you have to understand the climate of Israel. Israel literally thought it was over. The whole country, the experiment, trying to create the Jewish homeland. Not one single. We didn't have allies.
Should bomb you a ship?
Let's
Sure.
speak. First of all, it was hellfire. There was friendly fire against Jews, Jews against Jews. People were just shooting at any moving thing. A duck flying in the sky, they're shooting at it. There
Bro,
was so much
no,
fear and
unacceptable,
dread in the
unacceptable.
1967 war. Context is important.
They were running with Palestinian bulldozers.
You know who does? You know who does?
They were committing massacres
Civilians who
during
are
that
fighting a war. And in 1967 was
I'm
you
getting
got
bored. I'm
some
opening
trained
another pack of
people
Pokemon cards.
in the Israeli military. You had a lot
Someone
of
got,
civilians.
let's
Everyone
see.
got drafted. Young men, old men.
They proved it.
Let me
They proved it.
finish. Let me finish. It's a 2 against 1, and I can't even finish a sentence. That's not good faith. So, if you're going to be moderator, you got to moderate.
I want
You're gonna be moderate. You're
So,
gonna be. What the
so here's the thing.
fuck? Let's see something back
USS
here.
Liberty shouldn't have been there in
Hey,
the first
another
place.
yes. Damn,
We,
lady,
Americans,
come on, son.
should not have been there. We were,
That out
because
the way.
it was
Get
the
right back
middle
to
of
it.
the battlefield. First of all,
It's not true, it's the ocean.
the largest friendly fire incident took place between England and America. 35 people were
Dope.
killed, 34 on the USS Liberty. Nobody cares about England doing a false flag.
Alright, let me
False
see what
flag
the
as-
fuck kind of information get out of
There
some
were
pauses
many
and
of them,
come back
actually.
later.
There were several. The latest
Thanks
one was
everybody
the
was
Desert
here
Storm in
and thanks for showing
1991.
up.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about